Hi, my name is Alyssa Prescott, and today I'm going to be teaching you about my active listening lesson plan. Okay, this lesson plan does not coincide with Arkansas frameworks, but the objective is for students to learn what active listening is and how to apply it in the classroom. I've chosen this so that students can gain knowledge on this subject and become more well-rounded students. Okay, we're going to start by grouping the students in a whole group setting so that the lesson can be taught, the main lesson, and then we're going to split them up into groups for further instructional activities. This grouping will allow me to have everyone's attention at once and then allow the students to collaborate in smaller settings. We're going to use direct instruction, discussion, and collaboration during this lesson. Direct instruction will allow me to introduce the topic of active listening and its importance, as well as the activities we'll be completing in the lesson. Discussion will allow the students to explore real-life examples of active listening, as well as other things. Collaboration during these activities will also allow the students to build active listening and teamwork skills. Okay, now we're going to go into my instructional sequence and explicit teaching model. This is going to explain it by using gradual release. We're going to use a time for each step, and then my lesson's more geared towards middle school students. These are the handouts I used. It says I can be an active listener. This says brain, ears, eyes, lips, hands, feet, and feet. It tells the students what each of these things should be doing during the lesson. For example, eyes are watching the speaker, the presentation, the video. It has different instructions for different scenarios. This says how to be an active listener. Eyes are looking, ears are listening, mouth is quiet, brain is thinking, body is in control. This one would probably be used in a elementary class or a lower middle school level class. This one would be better for, say, your 7th or 8th graders. Okay, review or introduction. This is going to be about 10 minutes. We're going to begin by telling the students the definition of active listening. We're going to compare active listening to passive listening. We're going to explain the benefits of active listening and common barriers to it, such as distractions. We're going to also explain some techniques for active listening that you can help use to stay focused. This is where we're going to bring out the anchor chart. Okay, then we're going to model to the class. We're going to explain that you'll be playing a short video clip and pay close attention because you'll be asked questions afterwards. When the video is done playing, probe the students with questions, providing your thoughts and insight when they get stuck or need it. This is pretty much your instructions. Okay, and then we're going to do the guided practice. We're going to play a short 1 to 2 minute video clip or audio clip, whichever. After the clip is done, we're going to present the students with questions to discuss. What was the main point of the clip? What were the speaker's key arguments or claims? What evidence was used to support their claim? What type of language and tone did the speaker use? Now, after that, stop. Do they need to watch another video or are they catching on quickly? If they need to watch another video, introduce another audio clip. After, discuss the ways that this activity helped the students to discover how active listening can help them in their classroom or even outside the classroom. Okay, now we're going to go into our group and partner work. This is going to be about 20 minutes. We're going to divide the students into groups of about 4 to 5, smaller if need be. And we're going to give each group a stack of index cards with different scenarios written on them. We've already completed this beforehand. And then one student from each group will read a scenario aloud. The other group members will practice active listening to the scenario and then take turns responding with a thoughtful question or comment. When the group is finished with all the cards, they will discuss the effectiveness of their active listening skills and identify areas where they can improve. Independent work. We're going to write a short scenario that involves a conflict or misunderstanding between two people. And then they're going to write 2 dialogues for this misunderstanding. One is going to be in passive listening and one is going to be in active listening. And then they're going to reflect on those differences in those dialogues. They're going to tell you how the type of listening impacted the conversation. Okay, closure. This is going to be about 10 minutes. We're going to briefly recap what active listening and passive listening are, show the anchor chart and have students repeat the steps for active listening, have students discuss what they learned during this lesson and how they're going to apply it in their lives from now on. Okay, I've allocated about an hour and 10 minutes for this lesson. It's going to be one day in this week. Okay, this instructional sequence was chosen to give the students time to model and discuss and practice and independently think about active listening and how they can use it in their everyday lives. Materials. The students are going to utilize paper, pen, pencil, index cards that we have provided, and audio clips that we have also provided. We, as teachers, are going to utilize a whiteboard or projector, our anchor charts, and pre-written prompts that we've put onto these index cards. I've chosen these materials so that students can have a diverse number of ways to learn about and discuss active listening. I want to thank you for listening to my lesson plan, and hopefully you find something that you can use for your classroom.